son, shit's about to get real hard. Molly don't believe me, says she's gonna leave me. The kids won't even know my name. The cabin in the stepside with a little help by morning, I will feel no pain. Never thought I'd wind up this far behind. Just a couple years back we had it made. I was emptying my bladder on a 20-foot ladder. Should've climbed down and found myself some shade. Doctor took a quick look and I got out the checkbook and left with a pocket full of pills. Now my back's still hurting and I'm too weak for working and I can't keep up with all the bills. She used to wake me up with coffee every morning, and I'd hear her homemade house shoes slide across the floor. She used to make me feel like the king of Oklahoma, but nothing makes me feel like much of nothing anymore.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, man?
Hey, so listen. These people, man, like, bro, you like I don't understand. Like, they pretend to throw on crocodile tears, right? They obviously enjoy they actually enjoy drama, right? Um, like she said that Dopest didn't want to talk to me, right? I was just talking to Dopest for like 40 minutes while this was going on. So I'm confused. I can't turn my camera on, but I'll send you all these receipts to the snap. They're just different versions of what they're telling. It's weird. I'll show you my call log. I was just talking to Dopest for like 40 minutes. It doesn't sound like a guy that don't want to talk to me. You know what I mean?
You were just talking to Dopest?
I swear to you, man, fuck, I'll show you off the snap, dude. I'll send it to you on the snap. I swear to you, on my dead mother's life, I was just talking to Dopest for 40 minutes. He told me it was in your box, in your queue right then. Was he in your queue? When I was trying to get in when you were talking to the girl?
He's in my
How
queue
did I know
now.
that? How did I know that?
So
How did I know that?
he just called
What?
me right now.
You talked to me for 40 minutes, though. You didn't?
We were just on the phone right now, and he was
No, I'm
telling
talking
me
about before
paying me
that.
back.
Before I came here. We talked
So
about
before I
40
went
minutes
live,
about me
before I
paying you
went
back.
live,
No,
before I went
bro,
live
bro,
earlier,
stop.
before I went
Stop.
live earlier.
We're talking about 40 minutes. I owe you some money.
Let me
You
talk,
needed to tell me
bro.
for 40
Let me
minutes about
talk,
paying me
bro.
my money.
Let me
Me
talk.
paying you your money back.
Let me talk.
You're
So
lying, bro. You're fake as hell, bro.
wait.
You
Let me
fake,
talk.
bro.
I haven't even
No, I'm
talked.
gonna give you your
Let me
fucking
talk.
little shit back. You fake. You was just
What?
talking to me for 40 minutes,
Okay, I let talk.
and then I called you back, and then you talked to me and said, I'm trying to listen to it. So stop faking,
That was
bro.
right now.
You cap.
That was right now. You're
No,
calling
but I
me.
talked to you twice.
Okay, so the time before
I didn't
that,
talk to you
before I
twice.
went,
I didn't just talk to you twice. Bro,
that's
for
all.
real? Like, for real, bro?
So before he called me right now, I'm like, dude, I'm trying to listen to the live. And he's threatening me saying that she was busting me out and shit and all this. Look, there was a time before that he had called me. Well, I think it was later in the afternoon. I just woke up. He's calling me. I don't know what's going on in the app. He's calling me, and he's telling me about Shell and telling me about people going after him and everything. And it was all. And I told him it was because of Evil Teapot last night putting out that live that he said that he wasn't talking about me, but he was. But then he's like, well, what is it? All we discussed was why certain people are going after him. And that was it. 40 minutes, and that's it. And he called me because he talked about my money that we were in business with. I had business with him. He owes me some money. He's going to pay it back. I'm like, if they don't want to do business with me, then yeah, pay me back. If you do, then okay, that's it.
That don't sound like somebody that didn't want to talk to me, like Shell just said.
Well,
So you only talk to me because of the money or the business, or do
look,
we have other
you call
conversation
me about the
besides
money.
that?
You call me about the money.
Right. The business was like either you do it or you're not. But what about
Every
the
time
40-minute
we've spoken
conversation
about,
after that? These last two
I
conversations, you
just
talked
said it
nothing
right
about your
now.
money.
I just said right now what we talked about. But I'm telling you, like, I told everyone on the live last night, like I told Shell, all I give a fuck about is I don't want that shit in my fucking live. If you're gonna have that shit, don't bring it to my live, don't say it in my live, and that's it. I don't know about all the other shit on the outside. I don't want it in my fucking live. I don't like it. But then you came in my live today, did it again. That's it. I don't like that shit. I don't condone it. I don't like it. I don't want to talk about it. It's fucking weird. It's just
No, but she
uncomfortable.
was just telling him how you said you never wanted to talk to me again. She just
If
said it. I was sitting there
gonna
listening to
if
it.
you're gonna fucking do that shit, then I
Well,
don't.
obviously,
Okay,
the
that's
drama.
it.
But we had conversation. We have conversation besides what goes on in this fucking app,
We
right?
have conversation, but not today. Today was about this shit.
Right. But
Yeah,
you
and this
never
shit.
told me not to call you. You just said, "Hey, you gonna do the work? Pay me my money back. Don't pay me my money back, or that." But
Because I want to
you
know about
never
the
told me.
business.
You never told me not to call you or talk to you, or like you were fed up with me, like she put out
That's
here just
the only thing
20 minutes ago.
The only thing I've ever said is if you're gonna fucking bring that shit to my lives and do
Right.
that shit, I don't want it in my lives. I don't condone it. I don't fuck with it.
Hey, but Vonn, did she just not say that Dopest didn't want to have anything to do with me or talk to me or fed up? I was sitting there listening to it.
To be honest with you, bro, I mean, honestly, I'm answering you on. I don't remember that part. I mean, I'm not saying that she didn't. She was saying a lot. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I don't remember. I mean, to be
She
true.
said that. She said that. Everybody's like, first of all, I'm gonna ask you a question. This is what I'm gonna ask you a question, right? So if I get kicked out of the live where I was doing all that 9 times, and they kept letting me back in, does somebody know what I was doing or saying when Cole says he didn't know what I was doing?
Yeah, I
When
mean,
I
if
came
that's
back,
the,
you
you
can
know,
have it
well,
on
I mean,
auto. You
well,
can
I
have it
mean,
on
here,
auto accept. You can, right?
well, no, I mean, here's,
But that wasn't that, right? Because I got kicked 8 times. I could show you all my accounts are banned for fucking with that shit. I
yeah,
kept
no,
coming back. I could show you this. This is why I'm on this one. Like I had to follow you and shit from this one. I had to find an old account.
all I ask, I mean, then we can get on with it. All I ask, man, is just leave all the people in here alone, bro.
Hey, listen, and first of all, they bought you involved.
Well,
I
whatever
mean,
they did,
because Bougie's gonna say, I wonder what Vonn would say about this. I mean, listen, maybe you're their father or uncle or mentor, or I understand you do this, but like maybe like you're their, like they look at you like a father figure, or like this. We're talking grown people here, right? They're gonna say like, what is Vonn? And so that made me say, well, what the fuck? I'll fuck with all you people then. If he wants to defend, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand you make a lot of money off of this shit. So that's why, like with Vonn, I mean, not with Vonn, with Dope, I was just arguing with him about it, saying, well, like, you don't make, but then he explained to me some people's low money is not their money and all this shit. But then they say they don't care and all that. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
I ain't working right now. It's my income right now.
Okay.
You fucking it for me.
Bro, you just got a lot of money, bro.
I don't give a fuck. That's not
You
your
got
business.
more money than fucking
That's not your
90%
fucking
of the
business.
motherfuckers on here, bro.
But so
For
what?
real, like for real.
So what?
Let's
So
just talk real.
That's okay for you to come do that to me? Because I have money?
You have a lot of money. I mean, it's relative with a lot of money. But you have money, bro.
So you can come harass my people because I have money?
No, because you pretend you play both sides of the fence.
How? Okay, now
You
how's
do.
that?
I mean, he keep it real. See, and what did I tell you about Vonn? I said, I'm not going to do this to his shit because, like, what did I tell you about him? I say, with the certain names you were giving me, I said, I'm not going to fuck with them people because them is, you know what I'm saying? That's how he eat. That's how he feed his family. I just told you that, right? Did I not?
Yeah, but why is my people...
Okay. So, okay, so I did, right? So, but y'all act like, listen. But see, that's not what you tell me in front of all these people, even though it's none of my business, whether it matters or not, right? You tell me offline, you'll tell me, hey man, it's like, yeah, it's money, but like, You're like, I just don't like it. You'll tell me like, really, you stand on the fact that you just
No, I
don't
don't
like
care. Yeah, I don't care about this right here. I really don't care about this extra. You're bringing it extra. Right? I don't care for it, bro. I don't want to keep it going. So you want to keep it going?
They bought him up. By the way, Vonn, they bought you up. They say, I wonder what Vonn's gonna say about this. First of all, and like I told them, I don't come in here, this community. I might come in here once a week and talk about some bullshit, and I don't come in here every night. I come through, I say what's up, and I leave, right? I'm not a part of this, right? I'll be like, hey, and then I'll leave. like, well, when you tell me I wonder what Vonn's gonna say about this. Do you see how that could trigger somebody? Do you see how that could trigger somebody? You ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You don't see how that could trigger, huh?
Yeah,
that's how. If you think about it, that's how I got into it. That's how I got into it with Tank. Never talked to Tank a day in my life. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
And they go, hey, wonder what Tank's going to do about this.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, bro, you know the shit that you're saying you don't even believe.
Oh, you talking about I'm not into that. No.
So what I'm saying is why?
I mean, if they pull my background, I've never, listen, if they pull my background, I've never even had a physical arrest. Like, you know what I'm saying? For any of that. Only time I've ever been to prison for is fraud.
You shouldn't be saying that about me.
Wire fraud. I've only been to prison for fraud. Wire fraud, bank fraud. So when people do find out who I am, she talking about I live near her. I've never lived in Michigan. When I was in prison.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man. Stop.
Why I'm
trying to make it seem like I'm gonna do something. You fuck out of here.
But I'm saying, why would you even say that wild shit, bro?
What's the big deal? I mean, I don't really see it a big deal. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, I mean,
I'm not about to go fuck with you people. Fuck with people one by one, and I think they know that for real. Deep down inside, I think they know that. There's nothing about me that says anything about violence. There's nothing. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, and here's the thing. Like, to be honest with you, I'll be
yeah. Like I said, when I said, I ordered pizzas and I did something to the fucking driver. Let me see. Do you think I would have gotten away with that? It's just weird. It's just weird, right? I'm in my house, right, and I do this to drivers when they deliver my food every day.
I'm going to say this.
Let's stop.
I'm going to say this. When I was first told about this, I haven't heard the things that were said, but when I was first told about this, there's two things that I thought to myself. Number one, that he don't even have any of that shit on his record. Number two, why the fuck would you even say that shit? Those were the two things that came to my mind.
Right.
Because obviously the problem is, man, to people, here's the thing, to people that it's never happened to,
right.
It's probably not going to trigger them. What makes it wrong is the people that have been through it, that suffered through it, that's had it happen to them. That's what's just the whole, and all the people that aren't on the app. It's like the people that's lived through that, experienced that shit, that are traumatized.
Me and Dopest always talked about, did we not talk about most of these people are probably lying about it?
Well, and
you didn't say that? You didn't say that. You didn't say it for attention.
There could
get that certain level of attention. You know how I talk about I'm gambling and I'm doing all this shit? I just don't choose to get a victim attention. I have an attention problem too, right?
But I'm saying there are people though that aren't lying about it.
Right, that's true. And who are we to decipher who is and who isn't?
Guys, hold on. Let me help everybody in here. If you guys want me to just scream, listen, if I would just get on here and scream and holler, there's not going to be anything that gets accomplished. I'm somebody that actually can probably talk to MILF because he fucking halfway respects me a little bit. I don't need to fucking be here and turn it into a screaming match. I'm letting him know I don't agree with what he said. I'm asking him why he said it.
You always have.
I mean, it doesn't need to happen. It's not a place for it.
Right.
And that's just what it is. I mean, but you can't accomplish nothing if you can't, have a conversation about and help somebody realize why it might be fucked up to say. You know what I mean? Like you just heard him say he doesn't understand why it matters. Well, I'm helping him understand why it may matter.
Right.
I mean, but I don't know what you guys want me to say. I disagree with it. It's
I've
not
never done
something that
anything
I'm
to you.
about. MILF is not from my community.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, what he wants to go do on his live and all of that shit, that's on him. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I'm asking you to leave these people alone, man. They don't, they're fucking harmless, man. There's a lot of good people.
But the fact that they want to play games, man. You ever heard about putting your hand in a fire? Bro, like that's crazy. You keep playing with a fire, bro. Not you personally. You get what I'm saying? I really like you because you really keep it like straight. Like I said, you and Dopest, but Dopest he straddles. You just like, man, I don't like it. I don't care what you do. He straddles.
Let me say something.
You do, bro. You do. I don't care.
Hey, you want to know something? I just don't like you talking about me saying I got a record of fucking grape and all this other shit.
No, you don't. I've never said that. Where's that recording?
There's one clips yesterday.
Let me hear it. Go. Come on. Play it.
On YouTube.
Play it. Yeah, okay. Well, but this is fine. Where's the YouTube? Play it. I've never said you did anything. Because me and Vonn have had a conversation about you offline, and I said the only thing you did was what you did. Right, Vonn? Remember the conversation we had about this dude offline? And I said, hey, only thing he did was that. They're slandering you. They're slandering you for nothing. Honestly, I've never done. See, bro, listen. You ain't like me. I lie constantly. Vonn knows the conversations we've had, though.
But you said online to these people.
Yeah, okay, maybe I said that. But it's a troll. I say that I've done a lot of rainbow shit in jail.
I'm not
you can't be what I'm affiliated with and been doing that. I say a lot of shit. You can't be affiliated with what I was affiliated with and do that. I say shit all the time. So what?
Fake records on me. All right, man. I'm out of here, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, pay my money, dog.
Okay, fuck you.
Pay me.
And I'll give your address out, bro. I swear to you, Vonn, he do a lot of faking. I'm not gonna put it out there. He do a lot of faking. You keep it cordial. He keep it faking.
Well, I mean, listen.
He do.
Well, I mean, look.
I mean, you can surprise. I mean, it's obvious they'll never believe what I say because, like, I'm not in the in crowd. This shit is very cliquish. His word will be gospel. But he called me I talked to him for 40 minutes, an incoming call. I just called him for 6 minutes. He do a lot of faking, man. That's all. But I do believe them. I think he plays both sides of the fence. I do believe that they say what they say that he said about me, and I think he plays a different side of the fence.
Well, here's the thing. What?
And you shouldn't let these people. You should really tell these people to keep your name out of their mouth and not threaten me with you.
Well,
I mean, you should tell them that whatever I do is whatever I do. I see that's what you try to do, right? You try to do that.
What are you talking about?
As far as me, tell them to leave you out of their mouth. When I was doing all that, he says, wonder what Vonn's gonna say about all this. You don't see how that could trigger somebody?
Well, I mean, I can see how I can trigger somebody. I mean, but
you see how the thing with Tank was?
But what I'm saying is,
when I didn't even know who Tank was, and they threw him under the fire. Remember that?
Yeah. All I'm saying is,
it's the same thing. It's a similar thing.
All I'm saying is,
and Ginger just said I threatened her. Ginger, why did you message me at 3:00 this morning or 4:00 yesterday morning talking about I should apologize and not let Nicholas bring me into drama? Why? I have the receipts of that. I mean, you blocking in my account, taking your name off of it, the messages are still there, Ginger. The messages, that's why I threatened you, because 6 hours before that, you're just apologize and be nice and stay away from Nicholas. Now it's oh my God, let's block me. That's why I threatened you, Ginger. You know what I mean? You giving me people's information and giving me your phone number and all that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't understand. When you say I hacked your phone number, but you gave it to me, right? I have all these things, Jennifer. I mean, damn, I said Jennifer, Ginger.
See,
That's what I'm
see,
saying. So like that triggers me, bro, because they sit there and they try to play both sides. Do you get what I'm saying?
Listen here, Milf. I didn't block you, number one.
Yeah,
Number
you
two,
did. The
yes.
messages
Hey,
on top was gone. Like the name.
Let me finish. You get to speak. Let me speak. Yes, last night I messaged you and I said, Jordan, you need to stay away from Nicholas because he's dragging you into all this DVSA shit and it's not a good look, bro.
Right. And what did I
And you,
say? Thank you.
right. And
And
you
I said
said
thank
thank
you.
you. Right.
But then I
So
wake
then,
up and I'm like, you
but
got
then
me
look,
blocked now.
I've not been on the app all day today. I've not
No, I
even
get it. But
opened
then I
fucking
wake up.
TikTok.
And then I wake up and then you block the account or something.
I have not touched my fucking phone today.
It's well, I
This
don't
is
know.
the first time I have
It
been
says account not
online.
found now. It says account
Okay,
not
but
found.
listen.
I can show you. I can show you
Okay,
where your
I'm not
messages
worried
and we'll
about
say
that,
what you
Milf. I
said.
didn't block you. If I
Oh, it just
wanted to block
disappeared. It just
you,
disappeared.
why
It
am
just
I friends with all 20 of your other accounts? Why do I just need to block that one?
I have no idea.
Okay, I didn't do anything. This is the literal first time I got on this app. And when I opened it up, it's something like proceed with caution, beware. I'm like, what the fuck
No,
are you
not on
sending
this
this
one. You
shit to
messaged
me
me from another.
for?
You messaged me from your other account.
What account?
Okay, you're right.
I mean,
I'm
which
making it up. I'm
one?
delusional.
Which
I'm
one?
delusional.
I
You're
have
right.
4
Okay,
accounts.
all right. I'm a liar. Fuck it, I don't care.
I'm not
You're right. I
saying
made all
you're a
that up.
liar, Jordan. I'm cool with you. I
You
asked you
messaged
where
me
to
from
eat.
another account.
Look, I asked you. I'm admitting I messaged you. I did message you. I'm not lying about that at
But
all.
why'd you block it?
I didn't block you, Jordan. What? Listen to what I'm saying to you. I have been busy all day today with my father who
Okay.
has prostate cancer.
No, I
When
don't care. I
I
mean,
logged,
that's none of my business.
okay, I don't care if you care or not. I'm just telling you. We just got back from Chicago.
Okay.
He had to go
All
for a
right.
PET
So
scan.
Vonn. So listen. Anyway, okay. Your life, whatever happened, I don't care. You're right. So just tell them to just not like use you and involved in it, and I'll deal
But
with
I
all these
never
people
mentioned
individually.
Vonn.
I'll
I
just not
never.
you. No, I just heard
Okay.
you. I just saw you. You're like, now he's
I know
threatening
that.
me. Now
I'm
you're
not mad
now
at
he's
you.
threatening me.
I'm not mad at you. I just wondered when I opened my phone why that message was there.
It's
I'm
like
like,
you
what is
bought
he
it up.
talking
Like
about?
it's weird, bro.
How am I being weird? You're the one that sent me that message after I tried to tell you to leave Nicholas alone. I was trying to
No,
look
because I
out
got
for
mad because you
you.
blocked the account.
I did not fucking block shit. That account is completely gone. That I messaged you from.
Why
That
is it?
account
Why
is
is it gone? Why
completely gone.
somebody hacked it?
I don't know what happened to it. I can't retrieve it at
All right,
all.
okay. All right, I got you.
I can't.
Okay.
If you want to hack my phone right
No,
now and
I
try
don't
to
hack. I'm
find
not
it, go
hacking
right
your phone.
ahead.
Just like I'm not hacking you, right?
I gave you my
I've
phone
never
number.
hacked you.
I don't care.
You gave me your phone number. I never hacked you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't say you did.
Okay. All right, all right. Hey, so anyway, Vonn, can you just tell them not to bring you? You're not the fucking messiah of the chat. I mean, of this chat, you are because it's your shit, right? But you're not the messiah of what people do.
No, it's just they respect
I mean,
me,
like,
man.
I don't understand that part of it.
They respect me, bro. That's what it is. They respect me, and so I'm asking you respectfully, man, to just leave them alone. Just leave them
But
all alone.
why would Shell run around the app talking about me?
Why
not just let it go? Why not just let it go?
Probably disappointment, man. Probably disappointing, bro.
You don't run over the app and talk. That would be like me and you getting into it, and then you just go run up and down my neighborhood telling everybody. What the fuck is that your business?
Because here's the thing. What it is,
You get
man,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they know. Here's the problem. Is I'm just going to be honest. A lot of these people have welcomed you and hung out in places with you and let you in their boxes because of me, because of respect for me. Like, right?
And
then when they
probably
hear this type of shit, knowing that I don't stand on it, then it kind of throws everybody for a fucked up loop. And then that's where they're all thinking, man, why would, if you respected me, why would you go say that shit on this app to give me a bad look for somebody that you knew that this was going to bring me a lot of heat?
I didn't really though. I didn't really. I
Well,
don't really. I
listen,
don't really
listen, bro.
understand the concept.
I'm the only big creator that's fucking ever had your back.
You're right.
So it was
You're right.
obviously
You're right.
going to come my way. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So, that's where these people,
I I was raised probably to like separate, to not hold. See, I don't have an understanding of really how this works. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Do you know
Well,
for real? I know you.
listen,
I was raised.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like hearing you, I haven't heard the live yet. I'll
Yeah.
listen to it, but hearing the fact that you were even about those types of, those conversations was disappointed for me, because I know that you ain't never fucking really ever talked about that or really stood on that stood about that type of shit. That's why it
For
really
real,
threw me
right?
for a
Like,
loop.
and if they find out who I am, I've never as once been arrested for anything violent. That's what's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
not
I
even
mean,
been arrested. Not even been arrested. Not even we're going to talk about that. I don't have any conviction. But again, to certain people, that doesn't mean that I'm still not into it. First of all, I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? You didn't go to prison, right? But when you're in federal prison, you take DNA tests when you leave and when you're in there. Do you understand? If I've
yeah.
had any of that kind of stuff in my background, right? Or if I've done any of that and not, I would definitely be sitting in jail right now. You do realize that, right? I've been to
Yeah.
federal prison.
Yeah.
They do take DNA even for white collar criminals.
They tell you they
When I
take it
no
in
no
any
listen, let me
kind of
tell you
jail
something.
now.
When I
They
went
take it in
in,
any
no
kind
no
of jail now.
listen. When I went in, they only did it to violent criminals, right? And then I
Yeah.
think Obama passed a law in like 9 or 10 where they did it to everybody. So I mean, if I have that, my stuff is on file.
Yeah, well, here's the
I
thing,
mean,
bro.
if I've
Listen,
done that,
listen.
if I've done that, I would not be
Listen,
sitting
bro.
here. Huh?
Listen. It's never been about whether I think you've ever done something like that. I don't believe that you have. I believe that just for me, I'm just, again,
How's that
disappointed
change?
in
How's
what.
that deflecting though? They
It's not
don't get it.
deflecting.
They
I'm
don't
just
get
saying.
it. Do you know?
I'm
No, I'm going to
disappointed.
explain this to your intelligent people here. Do you understand when they take DNA, and then some random victim has had that happen to them? Even if I got away with it, do you understand I would be in trouble? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah, but listen,
No,
they
I'm talking
don't.
to the people in the box. I'm talking to the people down
Yeah,
there.
but what I'm saying is, bro, they don't care about that, man.
I mean, they're saying that though. They're saying
What
people have done it and got away with it and all this shit.
what people are upset about is the things that you said about DV and Great and the children's stuff, which I
I've
haven't
never said
heard,
anything about
but
children. I've never said anything about children.
all right. Well, all the other stuff is why they're upset. Obviously, I'm not happy with it because I knew that this is going to come my way because like I said, I've always said I've never had a problem with you. You've always been respectful to me. So I knew that this was going to be the heat. People, you've always been respectful to me. So I knew that this was going to be the heat. People were expecting, me to have answers for something I haven't even heard. But I can tell you. Does anybody have any idea what would have happened to the ones that I know he knows? He would have went after Ginger. He would have went after Shell. He would have went after all of these people. It's common sense. I've sat up here and I said directly to him, I do not agree at all with what was said. And I haven't even heard it yet. if he wants to come after somebody, I would rather him come after me than go after the people in here. That's how you can tell the people that have been through real life rough shit and the ones that haven't. Bubba, you can say what you want, buddy. You know what? I've had nothing but respect for you, buddy. But it is what it is, bro. If that's the way you feel, I wish you well. I just sat and said, leave these fucking people alone. Did you not hear that, Bubba? Yes or no? To try to say that I didn't defend, did I not say, leave these people alone? Yes or no? Peace. Because you don't know how to handle this app, my guy. Because you know what? Do I need to bring more attention to these women? That's not very intelligent to bring more attention to these women. Because who's going to be those women that's going to fucking be there to answer everything that comes with them? Are you going to be there? Am I going to be able to be there? Nobody's going to be able to be there but the fucking one having to deal with it. So I'm trying to diffuse a situation that's clearly not very good. So yes, it's fucking common sense. Why would I want to bring more attention and then fucking cause Shell's life even more hell? Or Nespa's life more hell? Or Ginger's life more hell? That is my way of protecting people that I know are in the crosshair. I just sat up here and listened to Shell cry. Do I want any more smoke to come her way? What would I accomplish by doing that? What would I accomplish? Yeah, I know. That's exactly right, Jenny. People flip on a dime without even fucking allowing me to do my thing. I could give fucking two less. Care less at all about fucking views, buddy. He's literally threatening people in the chat. He's literally threatening people in the chat. I asked him to leave these people alone. What else can somebody say? Block one account. Okay, he's got 50 more. Now what's your answer? Okay, well, let's block one and then there'll be 25 more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, you guys don't understand how social media goes. Dude, that's the first time that MILF has been in my box in probably fucking 2 weeks. I mean, you act like MILF is a part of this community or whatever. Dude, he does what he does. I mean, he does what he does. I don't agree with what was said. I'm also not going to fucking bring more attention to fucking people that I knew would have been the first ones to get fucked with. Everybody wanted me to have this conversation with him tonight. Everybody wanted me to talk to him in here. Because you know what I would have done? If it wasn't for all of you guys wanting me to talk to him and make a big spectacle, I would have reached out to him personally on Snapchat and had the conversation offline. I haven't even heard anything yet. I haven't even seen the videos. I haven't heard anything. Let me slow this down again for the people that didn't hear this. If DV was talked about or graping people was talked about, I don't align with that at all. At all. I also know that by screaming and hollering is not going to do anything but hurt people in here. Potentially off of the app. So, by being able to have a conversation with him, ask him to leave people alone, you heard what he said. He's going to leave people alone. Is there something else that you guys would have liked me to accomplish? He said he was going to leave people alone in here. At the end of the day, my job is to try to protect people that are in here. That's first and foremost. Even if it's just one person. He's not talking about me. TikTok Popo, he's not talking about me. Protecting myself, how am I protecting myself? It's crazy, man. Watching how these people say that they would handle it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So let me tell you how this would have played out. If I would have went at fucking MILF's neck, there's going to be a laundry list of people and their lives affected off of here. Make it make sense. So is that what people want to happen? I mean, I'm just curious. Do I want people to be harassed or whatever the fuck would come along with it? I mean, why would I want that to happen for anybody? I mean, Doesn't make any sense. I have no desire to play the recording. I will listen to the recording on my own. I'm not going to sit up here for another fucking 40 something fucking minutes to listen to the recording. I'll listen to it in my own time. My biggest thing was to letting people know where I stand. I do not agree with things. I haven't even heard them, but let me say it again. Anything pertaining to DV being okay or graping people okay, I'm not cool with. I don't align with it, period, point blank. The other thing that was important to me is to make sure that I tried to take the fucking fire off of people that were getting fucked with. Because clearly it was starting to get out of control. You had Cole in the middle of shit. Shell was in the middle of the shit. Ginger's in the middle of the shit. I don't know who all else is fucking in the middle of the shit. Nespa's in the middle of the shit. I mean, so you guys can come at somebody else at a different way. But like I said, yeah, bougie. Yes, I mean, that's what I'm saying. There was 5 people I knew that were starting to get heat and getting threats and all of that type. You know what I mean? So my job is to try to protect the people in this community the best way that I can. You know, I mean, do I want to see, bougie social security numbers and all that type of shit being put out there? No, I don't. Do I want to see that happen to Shell? No, I don't. Like it's just that simple. So is there anybody that doesn't understand? Is there anybody that doesn't understand that I don't align with things that were said pertaining to that? I don't align with those comments. I don't align with those beliefs at all. And I even said it to him. Give him a platform. Oh my God, dude. Here we go. People wanted me to have this conversation. So we had the conversation. And actually, I really only give a fuck about what the people that follow me heard. Because it's important to me that people that are here every fucking day and every fucking night can realize that they're not going to be fucked with. It's just that simple. That's my concern. Crazy, man. Shell, appreciate it. Vonn, this doesn't look good with my page. Well, you're exactly right. Well, you know what? People from my community happen to be in the fucking middle of it. So you know what? I guess I can ask myself is how come the people in my community were in the middle of it, right? But I'm not going to do that. It's nobody's fault. They didn't know that this shit was going to happen. But people from this community were involved in it. I'm just reading the comments now. Shelly, appreciate it. I can tell you right now, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If you have people in your room that you know's lives can be destroyed because they have their first and their last name and where they're from, because these people have made relationships with somebody, and me knowing about it and I'm aware about it, me not taking that type of stuff into consideration to protect these people, you're foolish. I would be completely selfish if I was to make this about me and forget about who it would affect if I went at somebody's neck. Because I just named 5 fucking people that I know and I respect and appreciate that would have been on that list. It don't give nobody more power. It's just the facts. Robbie, that's where you're foolish, buddy. That's where you're foolish. So let me tell you something. Is that what you would do if you knew a guy could call your wife, call your children's phones, call your work, call all your relatives, call all of this, call all of that? Is that what you would be down with that? Because you wouldn't be able to do nothing about it because they're a ghost. You can't find them. You see, that's where some of you don't understand how, like, certain people that know certain things can wreak havoc and destroy your life. And sure, you can make a police report. Sure, you can make a police report, but who are you making a police report on? A ghost? You see, some of you people were like born in the Stone Age. Robbie, buddy, you're acting like this guy's going to come and knock on your door. No, that's not how people like that work, man. That's not how it works. So by me diffusing a situation is me protecting my people. Period. Period. You just heard him say he was going to leave people alone respectfully before he got off of here. That's what's important to me. It's more important than me disagreeing with the things that he said. And everyone else disagreeing with what he said. Is protecting to make sure this doesn't escalate into people's private lives. So, for the people in this community, just go on about your way, do your go live, hang out with your friends when I'm not on here, have your conversations, sit in boxes. You know, don't change anything. Just be yourselves.
Did you call me up here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making sure you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
I mean, you're understanding, right? Why things had to be gone this way, right?
I get what you're doing. I do. It just,
Well, I mean,
you know,
because
I
I
just,
would.
I wish that you would have been able to watch the video beforehand, but we're not there. You know, you couldn't. You obviously, like you said, you have a life. We all do, right?
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I would have had a chance to watch it, I still would have gone about it the same way because I would know that the first thing that's important is to make sure that people like yourself and other people that were involved aren't hurt off of this app from it. Like it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to have my opinion. I just even know what the topics are I have my opinion, a strong
Right.
opinion.
Right.
But outside of my personal opinion, and honestly, outside of everybody's opinion in here, in this app, anywhere, it really should be like, hey, how would this by going about this a certain way? How would this affect you? You know exactly what it would affect it, and we know what other people it would affect it. So my point is, it's not about being scared. It's just about being. It's about being. Diffusing a situation so it doesn't get to those types of situations.
Right. And
You-
like I said, I get that. I understand that. I just, I guess my thing is the way Jordan talked in here is that, he felt, and I could be wrong, you know, tell me if I took it wrong or whatever, but how I felt was that Jordan felt like he could just he's kind of getting away with it. If he got on our backs, he could still come here when he wants to come here.
No, I see.
You
I
see what
didn't
I'm
take.
saying?
I honestly, I didn't take it that way because I don't even know the last time I've even seen MILF in my boxes. To be honest with you, and listen.
We'll talk off the app, Vonn, because I got some things that I want to say, but I know he's in here, and I would just rather not say them for him to hear me.
Okay, no, that's fine. I mean, that's
You
fine.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I know you have questions. All I'm saying is what's important again is that making sure that that there's not going to be any more issues for you. I mean, that's it.
And I appreciate you looking out for us. That's what our community is supposed to be about, right? Everybody looking out after everyone, right? We're supposed to have each other's backs. That's what makes this community so great.
Well,
And
you know that you can reach out to me anytime, and I mean, I do. I mean, I hate that this happened. I hate the fact that that I wasn't around when it initially went down because it may have been maybe something different would have happened. I don't know.
yeah, and we just roll with it now. All we can do is roll with it. He doesn't, like I said, Jordan puts a lot of fear in people. Does he make me nervous? Yeah, he makes me a little nervous. Does he scare me to the point of being scared? No, I got a freaking pew pew in my drawer, and I'm definitely not afraid to use that mother scratcher. I tell you that for
Right.
one, and for two, like I said, one of my jobs is child trafficking rescue. You know that, so I'm around the police all the time. And so no, I'm not that afraid, but there's other people that don't have that are in here that he's doing that to, that don't have that same they are not able to do that. They might not have pupils, they might be more scared, but I deal with a lot of shit, and I have enough people that have my back that I'm not worried about him. And
Hold on.
he talks about that he doesn't stand with that then, but if he doesn't stand with that, then why does that even come out of his mouth? You don't stand for that, Vonn. That would never those words would not come out of your mouth. I'm not racist. The hard R word would never come out of my mouth. Right? You don't say things, and I don't care. I've never been accused of anything either like that, but just like he said, oh, well, I wouldn't do that because I've never been accused of that. Just because you've never been accused of that doesn't mean that that's not the thoughts you think. Because when you listen to that video, I'm telling you, Vonn, you're going to feel a whole kind of wrong way. Sharpay messaged me and she's like, holy cow, I heard that video. I was sick to my stomach and so were the friends around me. I said, I know. She's like, how could anybody even say anything like that? The words are so vile, so vile. And a normal, kind, caring individual doesn't say that. And the people in this community are kind, caring individuals. And kind, caring individuals don't want something like that around us. I mean, that's just, and we got to go about it how we have to go about it, right? But like I said, and I'll stand on it, I was going to take it off there. I don't even care. I think the best way to go about it, and I said it before, is if Jordan and Nicholas, they don't have a platform, they can't put their voice out there, then they have nothing, right? Jordan is all about his voice. And if nobody boxes him, nobody platforms him, he doesn't have a voice. And that's all I can say. People choose to do what they want to do, and I can choose what I want to do. And that's, what I come on the app to have fun with you guys and laugh. And, yeah, there's drama, but sometimes we have to have the drama in the boxes, which sucks, but I still have fun in here and I enjoy being in here. And you guys are my people.
He was muted, Scott.
And you guys are my people. I'm not even reading the chat. But I appreciate you, Vonn. Like I said, I appreciate everything you do for us. And I love this community. I love the people in here. And I know everybody's got everybody's backs in here. And it's not just like it's not up to us to tell people where to go or who to rock with. Just like you say, if you support that, don't come here, as far as other people that have talked on you. If you support that, then I don't want you here. And those people have that choice. And we all have a choice of where we want to go and where we want to sit. And I just don't feel like he's a person that should be any part of our community. But that, I don't run this community.
Well, but that's the thing. He's not. I mean, that's where people don't understand. Like, he's not a part of this community. He's never been a part of this community. He's been somebody that's been a lone wolf and just does what he does wherever he goes.
Right. And he always stirs shit everywhere he goes. It's a shit storm that's left when he leaves. Right. But I guess the reason why I'm saying that is because I guess my fear is, and it's not really my fear because I really don't think that you'll allow it, especially after hearing the video, that because nobody else is allowing him in boxes, and if he can't go anywhere else and everybody else is just ignoring him in their chats and blocking him, then our community is a place that he'll come, because if he doesn't have anywhere else to go, he'll come here because, whatever. And I hope that doesn't happen. But, I think that he's wrong, and he can make every excuse he wants to for the things that he said. But at the end of the day, there is absolutely no excuse for the things that he said and how he talked. And it's vile, it's disgusting, and no human that has an ounce of kindness or a soul within their body would say the things that he said in that video and laugh about it. It's disgusting. But I appreciate you bringing me back up on. I really do.
All right.
That's my 2 cents, but thank you.
Yeah,
And I love all you guys.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks, honey. You too.
All right.
Hi.
Hey, Loki, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Tired.
Rough. Yeah, it's rough. So I wanted to get some clarification from you just to make sure that I'm understanding your position. I think I do, and I get it. And then I do have a couple of questions that don't necessarily need to be answered now. It's just something more to think about. So, if I'm to understand you correctly, your approach for this situation was out of concern and care for your community to protect them from any kind of backlash as a result of this situation.
100%, because I know what his capabilities are, and other people don't
Right.
understand that.
Okay. So
Like
this is
I'm
my
talking
question.
about, when I'm saying like the capabilities, I'm talking about if he knows, if he has your phone number, you're
Yeah.
fucked. If he got your first or last name, you're fucked. He'll have he'll have your social security number in 30 seconds. He'll have your whole entire family tree and all their social
Uh,
security numbers in 30 seconds. That type of shit, and that's real life.
no, and I'm going to stop you right there because that leads me to my next question, and you kind of you said too much. So here's my thing. If you know his capabilities and that he now poses a danger to very specific people that you care about that are in your community, when did he become that danger? Was it before? Was
Just
it
since I've
after? Or
no,
has he been that all along?
I've always known his capability. Um, but he's never had there's never been a problem here. You know what I mean? There's
But
never
the
been a
potential has
problem
always
here.
been there. That's what I'm getting at. Is it sounds to me like the potential has always been there, and that this situation was just a catalyst to move him forward into doing something. And I could be wrong. I'm not judging him. I don't know him well enough for that. I've made some observations, and I'll just leave it at that. But it sounds to me like you knew the capability of him doing this was there, and that predates the situation.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah. So it's like, it's kind of like, how do I want to put it? Like, I know some really, not so nice people in the world, right?
yeah,
Um,
we all do.
that to be honest with you, I consider friends, and it's one of those things that, um, it's kind of like that's just their way of life. It's what they know. But it's like I've never had any personal issues because there's a respect level there of, what I mean. It's just, you do what you do, I do what I do, and it's just what it is.
No, I mean, and let's be real. Some of that is it's contacts, it's associates. People
Cor-
that can bring
Correct.
you some kind of assistance with a certain situation. I know about that. So it's just something to think about because it sounds to me, and this is just my opinion, that he posed that danger to your community before this situation. But now it's a greater danger because now something has actually happened that could trigger him into action.
Yeah, I have known him almost, I would say, close to 2 years, a year and a half at least, and
Yeah.
I've never, it was never had an issue with anything like this before.
Yeah. I
I
mean, I can
mean,
understand where, it's a mutually beneficial, I'm going to call it an interaction because you said he doesn't frequent your community. But at some point you have to decide what's more important, and I'm not trying to put you in the position of making your statement here, your position. It's just something that you need to think about because now something has transpired. I've heard some of it, and he does he poses a risk to some people, and it's backlash. He has his reasons. He's been triggered, and now he wants to lash out at people, and I understand that, but that's not your problem. How Jordan reacts to that is not something that you need to worry about. You need to worry about what is best for your community and your platform.
correct. And so with that being said, me understanding that this is social media, me understanding that,
Yeah.
people just make new accounts, me understanding how, this game is played by people,
Yep.
with someone like him, respectfully, it's one of those things you try to find common ground and you try to diffuse the situation and you try to allow to help, have your community and people around you
Mhm.
be at peace, and that's really, I mean, that's, to be honest with you, there is, as much as people want to say there's another way, there is no other way. I mean, when you can't, when you can't this isn't somebody that's going to come and physically hurt you. You know what I mean? It's somebody that operates like a ghost. You know, bottom line. I mean, it's just you're not gonna. You can call, you can do, and you can make a report. They'll say, okay, well, where is it coming from? Well, I mean, if you got your IP address and you know exactly what you're doing and your shit's ironclad, it's never gonna matter. They're gonna be on a fucking goose chase. They're never gonna find. So it's like, for me, to lash out and try to fight fire with fire in a situation like that has nothing to do with being scared. It's just talking about, like, for me, if he wants to come after me, it is what it is. I'm not going to live in fear. You know what I mean? At all. I'm not fearful of that. But I'm worried about all of the other people that can be affected, that I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't go to those levels.
And I get it, because it sounds to me like, if he's coming for you, he's going to come for your people. He's going to hit you where it hurts. It's kind of like a psychological warfare.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
That's one of the potential risks associating with somebody who does that kind of stuff. And again, I'm making observations. I'm not passing any judgment. But that's a serious concern, because now, whether it was with good intent or not, or just, a peripheral thing, your community is now exposed to him and what he does. So I completely understand you wanting to diffuse that, calm things down so that it lessens the risk. But that doesn't negate the fact that the risk is now there. So you're going to have to think about what you need to do moving forward to continue to protect your community the best that you can. Because if he's not a part of your community and this is what he does, then are you going to continue to welcome him knowing that he's openly threatened your people? Because I've been watching the comments, and he has made several comments, threatening the people that, I'm not going to say I'm a visitor. I haven't been here long enough to be part of your community, but there are a lot of people in here that I enjoy, that I enjoy being around, that I think are funny, I think are good people. And it sucks, because you're the head of the community.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my plan is to, to speak with him privately, on Snapchat, like I've had a conversation with him before. And every time I've ever been able to have a conversation with him, he's always respected it. There's been several people that he's gone after, but that aren't even from this community, that I reached out and, and asked him to just let him alone. And he did. He just never fucked with him.
Jordan. Look, honestly, stuff like this, I do believe should be handled off the app, only because
Correct.
there's a potential for it to explode into something that it doesn't need to be.
Correct.
And not only that, but no matter who it is, people want to feel respected, right? And the best way to approach a situation and find some kind of resolution is if you approach it with respect. Even if you think the other person did something foul, you're not going to get anywhere if it's going to become a yelling match.
100%. And that's exactly right. That's what everybody wanted to see me do tonight. And that doesn't work. It works against everybody that I don't want to be messed with from this situation, the fallout for them. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying, and Jordan, I'm not attacking you. I'm just, stating what I see. And I see, people from both sides that were triggered, and you reacting to it. And I mean, it's right or wrong, it's an expected reaction, right? So the best way to avoid that for him and for your people would be to address it off live. Go ahead, look at the videos, see what you find, and then have that discussion.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Everybody. That's the problem, is everybody wants me to get in the middle of things when I don't even know what the fuck is even going on. All I know is there was things said about DV and graping. Then you start to seeing people in the chat saying, "Oh, he was talking about your kids, or he had kids in your in the video." Like, dude, that's the first I've even heard that, was 20 minutes ago. So I haven't even seen this shit. What I was trying to do was not let another 24 to 48 hours go and have these people in this community that are kind of intertwined, where they could hear all of this in the open where everybody could just that were in the middle of it and are from this community could like get a breather. You know,
You wanted to
and
give assurances. You wanted to give reassurances that you were aware of the situation
that's
and that
it.
you were going to handle it. And then I think it got carried away because people are still kind of raw from it. And I'm sure, Jordan's feeling like he's not being heard, and this is not me defending or attacking him. I'm just, again, I'm just stating my observations. So I don't know. My
I can
suggestion.
tell you exactly what this is, Loki. I can tell you straight up. At the end of the day, when I heard about him saying that shit, number one, I knew what I know. I do know enough about him to know that that's not anything he's ever been in trouble for.
No.
The other thing that I know is that I was disappointed with the fact that he would talk about that because to be truthful, I know why he was saying everything. And I haven't even had a conversation with him about this, but if I was able to talk to him offline, I guarantee you I know exactly why he was saying what he was saying is he was trolling fucking Teapot about the DV shit and fucking just trolling the living fuck out of her. And he went too far. He went and said things that fucking triggered a lot of people from all these different sides, whoever this other fucking Nicholas guy is. I don't even know who that is. But that's really what was going on. And do I disagree with that way of trolling? 100,000%.
Yeah.
Because those things don't need to be said. There's nothing really funny about it. But do I know down deep that he was trolling? 100,000%. It's not me passing it off, trying to make an excuse. I just know that that's what the truth is.
Yeah. I
And
guess
so it's
it's a
just
case of read the room. You know what I mean? I mean, because I look, I understand dark humor. I can't do what I do for work if I didn't have some kind of morbid sense of humor. So I get it. But you need to be aware of your surroundings, and adjust accordingly. And I have, and I'm just again stating my observations. I have seen him and heard him say some things that I'm just like, oh, it was really, really, I didn't like it. I'll just say that I didn't
well,
like
I
it.
mean,
That's my personal,
I agree.
that's my opinion. I
Right.
think I think it went too far. And some people, that's their humor. They do go too far, and they don't like to be called on it, so they take offense, and they get, really, they go on the attack.
Right. No, I agree. I
You
mean,
know,
I agree, and that's what I'm saying is I 100,000% agree. I haven't even heard it, but the way people are describing, I'm sure it's pretty vile stuff, and and I don't agree with any of that at all. I mean, I said that to him when he was in here. And I'm
yeah.
saying it
No,
to
I
him.
heard
I'm
you.
saying it again, and it's just I think why I'm disappointed. Number one, he said shit that he just should have stayed away from that topic. Um, but I think it's like I told him. I said, look, man, I've always kind of defended who you are as a person because you've never really fucking done anything negative to me. I know you're a troll. Blah 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 blah. He's never really fuck with anybody in here. Um, and it's just for me, when I heard about it, I knew that was going to bring me all kinds of hell. I knew it was going to
Yeah.
put me in a situation because it was like, oh, well, look what Vonn supports, blah, 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 blah. I knew that was going to be the twist.
It's unavoidable. I mean, look,
Yeah, yeah,
it's definitely unavoidable. I mean, when you are associated with somebody who says things like that, it's going to fall at your doorstep.
right,
And so because it's somebody that does frequent your community, even if they're not a part of your community, unfortunately, you are put in a position where you do have to address it because, he can say, a lot of the women who claim they've been DV'd or SA'd are lying, and my counter would be prove it.
right,
How can you prove that? You're just making a statement that suits your narrative that in order to support your way of trolling people. And even if there is only one or two out of all the women associated with your community that have been impacted by that kind of, by SA or DV, why should they be re-victimized or re-traumatized in order for him to be able to make those kinds of jokes?
Right. No, I agree. I mean, no, I agree. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, people are asking me to really have an opinion on things that, again, I haven't even heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just know the correlation. I guess people are saying it's Cassie. Well, Cassie's recently gone back to Teapot. Teapot, and Cassie, none of those people like any of those people. So it's like, and then I don't know. I mean, the bottom
puts a
line is
lot
I
of-
haven't heard one word of it. I mean, not one word of it. I don't even know really what it stems from. And to be honest with you, I don't even know what started it. I don't even know what the fuck even brought the conversation up, why it even happened, how it happened. I don't know any of it. I mean, I do not know any of it. And at the end of the
You're
day,
basically you're speaking blind. You're talking about a
I'm
situation
speaking in the
where you
blind.
have no, and I get it. And I keep talking about it. And what I wanted to tell you, like 2,000 hours ago, was maybe just table it for the night and move on to something that's a little bit more positive. That way, you can change your mindset somewhat, and then you find the time when you can to look at it, and then you can revisit it once you are informed.
Yeah, 100. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I agree. I mean, I agree, but I can tell you now. I mean, no matter what it is, I mean, it's not going to be something I'm going to be happy to hear. You know what I mean?
No,
And to be
no.
honest with you, me hearing it or not hearing it, I mean, does it really matter? You know what I mean? I know it was wrong. You know what I mean?
I
I
think
mean,
it does, because there's levels, you know. I mean, it's, do you have a scrape or do you have an open wound that needs stitching?
yeah, yeah,
You know, both
yeah.
both are bleeding, both are are both hurt, but one is more serious than the other, and how you address it depends on how serious it is.
See, people twist what I say. You know what I mean? Because I say, does it even matter? Let me explain. Wrong is wrong. So does it matter how much he said, what he said, or the fact that I'm sitting here saying the fact that it was even a topic of a conversation at all was wrong? It was wrong from the start to even go down those roads about those
Right.
topics. Like, I don't know how much more clear that can be. You know what I'm saying? So what that statement means, it means that every ounce of it was wrong. And I don't even know what all was said. Because I don't have to know what was said to know that it was wrong, right? Anytime you entertain conversations about DV or graping people or whatever, it's clearly wrong. So, anyways, yeah, Loki, you're good people, and you at least understand where I'm coming from. My first and foremost thing, like I said, is you know, I said it when I got on here tonight. I haven't heard anything. I haven't had a chance to listen. I've been sent a lot of things. My biggest goal tonight was to try to defuse the situation so people wouldn't go further than it needed to before I had an opportunity to even listen
No,
to
I
it or have a
understand.
conversation with him privately. That's it.
And I agree with that. I think that I mean, look, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You're a grown man. But I think that that's a good plan. You know, see what you're dealing with, and then have a private conversation with him. And it's the respectful thing to do. You get a lot more accomplished when you approach something with respect, as opposed to being confrontational and alive in front of a bunch of people, because then it becomes hostile.
I agree. I
And
agree.
people feel attacked, and once they start feeling attacked, you're not going to get anywhere.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, and I agree. And so, like I said, it would have done nobody any good if I would have come up here and just fucking popping off, popping off, popping off. It would have just directly affected everybody that was right in the middle of it. And
No, I agree with you on that.
but I will definitely listen to it and then have a conversation with them and go from there. But like I say, right now, yeah, I'm very much talking about it in the blind. My biggest thing is, because I knew Shell was upset because she had sent me a lot of messages. My biggest thing is that she'll be able to sleep tonight. You know, and anybody else that was involved from it. So That's it. If people don't understand that, then I don't know what to I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, you can't make everybody understand. I mean, it's a very touchy situation. They're going to feel the way that they feel, and they're entitled. Those are their feelings. It depends on whether they've had something like that happen in their life or not, as to whether they're going to be severely triggered or just disgusted. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's a very difficult subject, and there's no right or wrong way to approach it. You just got to deal with it as best you can.
Right, right. Well, like I said,
So,
my first and my number one goal is MILF. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. Um, I will listen to this stuff. MILF, I'm asking you just to respectfully leave these people alone. That's all I'm asking, bro. Just leave them alone. Loki, I appreciate you coming up here, and I will look over this stuff when I get a minute, and
yeah.
Milf, I'll give you a call tomorrow, and we'll figure have a conversation about this off the app.
All right. I'm going to step down. Thank
All
you
right,
for
Loki,
having me
have a
up
good
here.
night.
You
All
too.
right, always, anytime. Loki's good people, guys. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. How people can't understand. There's a time and a place to in a right and wrong way sometimes to handle things. It's sometimes things aren't as easy as reaching out and touching somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not how life always goes. But for me, right, right is right and wrong is wrong, and no matter how bad the things were that was said, the fact that any of it was said at all wasn't right. There's a lot of good people in here. They don't. Nobody deserves these kinds of conversations. They don't deserve to feel threatened. And it's just like I said, I came on here tonight for one reason and one reason only. And that was, to hang out with y'all initially. And then I was going to talk about this, which was to try to diffuse a situation. Shell, you're welcome. Was try to bring the temperature down in order for me to understand what's really fucking going on and what has really been said, and then reach out and have a conversation and put all this shit to bed. But for everyone that wants to try to twist narratives and talk all this and talk all that, I do not agree with those things being said, period. And that's it. So I will listen to it. I will listen to it. And then I will give MILF a call tomorrow and try to get this behind this community. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Is there anything anybody wants to say? Is there anything anybody else wants to? Is there anybody else that wants to give their opinions on how things should be done better? Because see that the difference between me and most people, right, it's my job to assume the worst always. If you don't live your life in this world of 2026 to assume the worst always, you're way behind. So for me, I have to assume that maybe MILF had Bougie's information. Maybe MILF had Shell's information, right? I have to assume the worst. So by assuming the worst, that could be a possibility, I have to do in that moment what's the best for them. Not for me, but the people that can be affected directly. And if people don't understand that, then I guess this is your easy way out of not being a supporter, I guess. Because I know that if I would have just come in here, raised a bunch of hell, it would have accomplished absolutely nothing, and it could potentially have hurt these ladies' lives even more so. So if people don't understand that part, because as many people in this chat that wants to get their opinions, are you guys going to be there to clean up Shell's messes or Nespa's messes or Boozie's messes? Like, are you going to be there to protect all of that? The answer is no. Because you wouldn't even know where to start. So, anyways, this community means the world to me. If y'all don't understand that and you guys can't see it, then I don't know what to say. God bless y'all. Good night.